All right, guys. So Rabid will go live when Bitcoin hits $1 million.
Switch that V6 for the EV, ride around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me sip water like a fish, sip out water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world a makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it changes cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. New car goes zoom, but it's quiet. You can hear me come and think I'm lying. If I said I'm perfect, I'd be lying. I can't say I'm perfect, but I'm trying. I'ma give my all till I'm dying. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car till you get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not it's all me. Everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what. Told ya.
Oh, a little late on the old button pushing. What's going on, everyone? Welcome. It is, I think, my first evening live stream. I've always wanted to try a later time slot. I wanted to go a little bit earlier, but I got busy, so now we're going to go live right now. So I was getting a lot of questions earlier today on the timeline and how this whole merge thing is going to kind of play out. So obviously we're going to do a Q&A here, go over some things and kind of get it how I understand how everything went on and so forth. So let's do a quick roll call, see who's all in the house. I see we got some major heavy hitters here. Mr. Seb Fintech's in the house. We got HobbyistMiner, who is going live in little under an hour. I was not aware of that, so guys be ready to head there after. But let's scroll on up and see what we got going on in here. We got Mano Miner, Mine Some 10, HobbyistMiner. Try not to say too many names too many times at the same time. Dustin Holt, Golden Murray, what's happening? Ogre MGTOW, Seb Chap S, Gordon Murray, scrolling through. We got Mr. You know who. Fudweiser. Wishful thinking on the Bitcoin price. Hey, one day that's probably going to hit $1 million. You know, 2, 3, 4 cycles. It's probably going to be there, guys. Mine Some 10. What do we got here? Skirm, Automatic Beats. What's going on? Travelers Travels. What's happening? SNN, S/N, I suppose. John Babcock. Scrolling through here. Oh, King Crypto, what's going on? It just jumped on me, guys. So we got Cheris, Aller Mining, Nish, Cool Dude, Message Retracted. Not sure what's going on there. Key Enigma Adventures and MH, Colada 1904, and the stupid ad thing popped up on me. Don't worry, I'm not hitting the add button. I'm hitting the close button. So we're going to run through kind of how I was understanding this whole merge situation. And it is going to be dependent kind of on hash rate and everything. So they recently set a tentative date for August 15th to 16th type of so. And it looks like the Gorally merge, it is a success in the devs' eyes. Now, in a lot of other people's eyes, it may not potentially be a success. But it doesn't matter what we think or anyone else thinks. It's only matters what they think, and they are saying it's good to go. So right when they added into the merge there on their final testnet there, Gorally, they went from 90% participation down to 66. Now I'm a miner, not a coder. Maybe Seb or Hobbyist, if you're there, may be able to add some to this, but I'm guessing that's all the nodes and stuff, all the participating nodes online. And it seems like when the merge went through, they lost 34%, or I guess it'd be about 24% at that point because they were only at 90% in the first place. And then it dropped to 66. And at the beginning, the guy was all like, all right, we're good. All we need is 66%. We're good. Later on in their stream, he was kind of like saying, well, we only got 66%. So I don't know what happened somewhere in the stream. He was kind of, changed his mind, his attitude a little bit. But regardless, they call it a successful merge. They're saying that maybe they have a quick fix for it and it's an easy fix and they can, it'll all be set for mainnet. And the other thing was probably node operators just didn't update in time. So that's kind of how their PR team is handling this to everybody. So they're calling that a success. So what does that mean moving forward? Moving forward, we have a couple more dates that we do really have to keep an eye on. One is the 18th. So they set this date with regards of everything going through with the current hash rate on Ethereum. If we look at the current hash rate, Patrick Cosgrove, thank you very much for the US $2. Much appreciated, 100%. You're definitely not a coder. Wish I could code. Yeah, I wish I could code as well. Their 68% is nuts. Yeah, I know, that's crazy. Like last time you try to pass an air brakes test and it leaves 80%. So that's crazy. But if we look here, we're hanging out about hash rate is in the 925 terahash range, and they're saying so on their track record right now, if it maintains the current hash rate, then once they introduce Bellatrix, which is what the whole process of starting the merge, it's the merge internet type of protocol. It's not internet, I messed that one up, but it's the protocol that engages the whole operation. It's what they've been using on the previous three, and it takes about 10 days from that point for the merge or for the net that they're testing. In this case, it's going to be mainnet. For it to hit its TTD, which is total terminal difficulty, which means it pretty much makes it impossible for miners to hit a block. Now, in theory, you could have like 200 petahash mining away on Ethereum, but the difficulty is so high, it's next to impossible to hit that block. But there's still a chance. I'm just saying, don't get any ideas, guys. I'm assuming mining pools and everything will be shut down, but you never know. But that's pretty much how that plays out. It's next to impossible to find that block because that difficulty is so high. So then the merge goes through, and then all the validators and POS are now validating all the transactions at that point. So they set this date based on this hash rate. Now, once that goes into play, you have 10 days and it should hit on the 15th, 16th. But the 5 gigabyte DAG size is coming on the 17th. So if we look here, and we'll just double check this just to make sure that it's still looking like that. So on the 17th, the 5 gigabyte DAGs will go through. Now, if you're unfamiliar, that's all those Jazz miners and whatever other miners we're not sure that have 5 gigabytes, but there's probably some hidden ones we don't know about, as well as maybe some GPU out there or something. I don't think any have 5, but there may be. But that DAG does hit on August 17th. So they're going to revisit this number on the 18th. Patrick Cosgrove, thank you very much for becoming a Wolfpack member. Much appreciated as well. So they're going to revisit this on the 18th. And depending on how much hash rate falls off the network, they'll reevaluate the date that they want. And they'll either adjust it and do an update to, Bellatrix and everything, when they're going to implement it. And then they'll just adjust to kind of stay on track. Now, if nothing really happens, then they're just going to leave it as is. So a couple things can happen once Bellatrix goes live. So after the 18th takes place, they're going to confirm their dates and everything for us. And then we're going to move forward, and Bellatrix will hit on the 6th. September 6th is the date that we're going to want to watch after August 18th. Because once that goes into play, that means they're going through with the merge. The merge is going to happen, and they're pretty much, we have about 10 days if the hash rate stays the same. Now, if a whole bunch of miners pull their hash rate off the network after Bellatrix is introduced, that means less hash rate on the network, and that will extend it X amount more time longer, which will mess with their plans. And if, prices in crypto or something does come up and more hash rate moves on to Ethereum after Bellatrix goes live on the 6th, that will speed up the process. So more hash means faster merge, and less hash means more stalled out type of merge. So these are dates we're going to have to watch when this comes into play. Now, as for the 5 gigabyte style, I don't know how much, I don't really think it's going to be that big of an issue. Now, I'm thinking a lot of the Jazz miners, especially the 520 mega hash ones, will probably still be mining at 5 gigs. Now, I don't know this 100%, but based on previous Jazz miner videos, there's a lot of comments coming out on the Jazz miners, the 420 mega hash versions, the C versions, X41C or whatever they're called. They have been losing hash rate already. And I have the 520 mega hash version, the 1U, and I have not experienced that yet. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe the 420 gigabytes have 5 gigabytes total and maybe a 4.8 working or something. And then the 520s potentially may have 5.2 total and a 5 gigabyte working, which means once we hit 5 gig, we may still be mining just at reduced hash rate. But because these things are such efficient monsters, they're still probably going to be the most profitable on Ethereum. So I don't think most of them will be falling off. Again, that's just my theory. I don't know if there's any truth to that whatsoever, because they're all labeled as 5 gigabytes. So I don't really know. At the same time, some firmware could come out and maybe Jazz Miner releases like a zombie mode for these or something, and it allows us to, get another couple months. Again, we don't have a couple months if the merge does go through in September, but it's just saying, hash rate will probably stay on the networks in terms of the Jazz miners. As for other hardware that's out there, I don't really know. So that's pretty much how I'm understanding this whole merge timeline as is. So does that kind of make sense to you guys? Do you guys understand kind of what's going on here? Once the Bellatrix hit, it's all dependent on hash rate. If it maintains, we got about 10 days from the 6th. And if more hash rate comes on due to crypto prices going up or something, then the merge will happen faster. And if hash rate comes off or something's going on, then obviously that'll extend the merge. So this is kind of what we're seeing but it does look like the 15th or the 16th will be merge day happening. This will be when everything changes. We'll be on to mining different things, and it's going to be crazy at that point. So what's going on? What do you guys talk about in the chat? Anybody saying anything crazy? Right on. Hey, chat. Oh, I do want to point something out, because obviously we know ETC is going to be heavily ran by ASICs, but I've been getting comments the past couple days about ETC, and a lot of people saying ETC is going to be moving to SHA-3. So those of you guys that are at the live stream now, I want to confirm with you guys 100% that is not going to happen. Not anymore. ETC is legit staying ETC hash forever, as well, unless they decide to change their mind down the road. But I did talk to ETC devs. I talked to some other things, and I was looking it all up myself. And the last time when I was Googling everything, it was last night sometime, I saw ETC proposal on ECIP, which is an Ethereum classic and protocol, you know, the upgrade thing instead of EIP. But anyway, there was one put in there like a long time ago when they were initially going to go SHA-3. It was done wrong. It didn't follow their standards for an EIP, and then it got dismounted and they had to bring it back. So then it got brought back. So then the latest one that I did find was a proposal to scrap it altogether and never look at it again. And that's what I did confirm with an ETC dev. It has been scrapped. It will not be going SHA-3. And I don't blame them, because ETC hash, we have these ASICs coming in. They're pretty much getting what they want. And all these ASICs coming in, they're going to be safe on ETC. Again, that depends on price and how it goes up, your power price. You know, cheaper power, obviously be able to mine at more profit and mine longer at that point. And higher power prices, you're going to have to pull off pretty much with any hardware you have. But that's pretty much what it's looking for ETC. It will not be going SHA-3. It will be staying ETC hash forever, as far as they know. So there we go. That's where that whole news. So I don't know where the rumors have been popping up again, but I can confirm with you guys that ETC will not be moving to SHA-3, at least for now, for sure, according to their devs. That's not in their mind. And it makes a lot of sense, though, because they're going to get all this hash rate. And I think that's good for ETC long term, because, you know, they got attacked so many times in the past by nice hash and, you know, rental services and whatnot. And because of it, they had to increase their confirmation. So as they gain all this security, they can probably start dropping all those confirmations back down to fast levels again, and, you know, speed it up. It'll be about the same speed as ETH. Maybe they can find a way to make it faster. I don't know, but they're going to be a very secure chain with all these ASICs. And then obviously if the price goes up, then GPUs could start moving on to it depending on power price, and they can start gaining momentum that way. So yeah, you know, it looks like good things for ETC. Obviously we need Flux to pump like crazy. We need Ergo to pump like crazy. We need everything to pump, but at the same time, the next coin, it might not be here. It might still be, you know, in the works. And then right when the merge happens, well, we know there's that proof of work fork that's kind of around the corner. Right now, it seems a little sketchy. Obviously, you know, if it's mineable, I'll mine it, and I don't care at that point because I'm mining the coins. I'm not giving them money. But right now, you can send them Ethereum, and they're going to distribute tokens to you. So I would not recommend doing that, especially that they haven't forked or anything yet. But when it comes mineable, you know, I'm going to try it out, see how it goes. I'm sure a lot of you guys might at least try it out and see how it goes, but that's another option. But the absolute go-to, like, we don't know what it's going to be. We have no idea what the future will hold, but it's definitely going to be changing for quite some time until that does happen. Yeah, DM mining Flux. Oh, hey, Mr. Nice Ass, what's going on? Seb, imagine if ETC changed an algo without ASICs like Kapow. Oh, I would hate that. I wish Ravencoin would like find some type of ASIC resistant thing, but do it somehow, I guess, better on power bill. Like myself, I don't plan on mining Ravencoin. I don't plan on mining Ergo or anything unless it's like 20% more profitable than something that's more efficient. That's the only way I'll move to one of those, because you have increased heat. You got to readjust your power supplies. If you're already running power supplies at like 80%, obviously you're going to want to check on all those and maybe have to get an extra power supply or two, depending on how many rigs you have. And then the way my power works, you know, it needs that extra profitability for me to be profitable on it. So I don't really like Kapow personally. I stay away from it as much as I possibly can. But again, if Ravencoin pumps to $10,000, obviously it's going to be fairly profitable. So we'll be mining it. But yeah, craziness. Expanse is trying to move from Ethash to SHA-3. I've never tried Expanse, but hey, you know what? Let them do it. Let them go SHA-3 if that's what they want to do. Maybe they're trying to follow ETC or something. I don't know. I don't know much about Expanse. I hear a few of you guys talking about it fairly often. You think we've seen the bottom in the crypto prices? See, that's a tough question. Personally, myself, I don't think the bottom has come. Now, this is not financial advice. You know, do your own research, obviously. Get your info from everywhere you can and make your own decisions. But myself, I don't. These pumps are July, August have happened in the past 3 cycles back from 2013. So this has happened all the time. I really think the bottom's not going to hit till sometime at the end of the year. And that's when I think we're probably going to see around a 14, 15,000 BTC mark. Again, I don't know for sure, and don't take my word on it. Do your best thing, but you can use today's news and everything to kind of do your day trading type of stuff. But in terms of long term and what's probably happened, I really think the bottom hasn't come yet. And we will see that probably around December or January. But again, I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing just based on what has happened in the past. But in the past, these pumps have all happened in July and August, from the 2013 bull run up to the 2014 crash. We're in the same time frame. We're coming 1 year off, 2022 from 2021. So July, August, we've seen a pump. 2018, we've seen the same thing coming off the 2017 bull run. July, August, we've seen the pump. And again, like I said, the bottom falls at the end of the year. And then we're just following the same thing. But I don't know for sure. Do your own research, guys. That's just what I'm thinking, but that's that. But more profit for us GPU miners, though. Definitely more profit if all those things pump up for sure. I'm really curious to see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be exciting. It's going to make mining really fun again, because you're going to have to be looking around all the time, moving around. Pick a coin, get a gut feeling, maybe just stay on that one, do whatever you want to do. But it's going to be a lot of fun jumping around, bouncing around, and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And you know what? Hopefully something, you know, goes times 1,000 or 2,000 or something. It can happen. It's crypto. We never know. You know, you get enough users backing it, you get enough players in the game, you can see massive increases in type of prices. Look at Dogecoin. Look what that thing did last bull run. That was insane. This crypto pump mimics 2000 tech bubble. Very interesting. I don't know about the 2000 tech bubble. I'm not a stock person. That's DJ Mines department. I thought I saw his name somewhere. DJ Mines is the stock person. I'm the nothing person. I'm a miner that likes to mine stuff. Oh, crazy. You just ordered 2 P103 96 gigabytes for dirt cheap. Nice. Y2K. Oh yeah, I remember the old Y2K thing. The RX 6600 is killing it for sure. I still have 0 6000 series cards. Like, I know, as sad as that is, I don't have any. I would really love to try some sometime, but I don't have any. None. So that sucks. You love stocks, baby. Look at, there's DJ. DJ's right there. Any way to improve on pool? I show 60% on pool versus local. Live to hash. What do you mean by that? You show any way to improve on pool? Like, you mean your current and effectives, your average hash rates compared to your reported, or are you referring to something else? You love stocks. I'm targeting Ergo after this merge. Move 2 miners already. Awesome. That's wicked. That's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, it's a really hard decision. I highly urge people not to move the nice hash, though. Stay away if that guy's a bad guy. I seen a Reddit post the other day, and people are like, well, nice hash has to do something. All the miners are going to leave, yada, 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 and they're not going to make any money. And meanwhile, there's a lot of people talking. They're just going to go to nice hash, because why switch coins when you can just sit on nice hash? So there's a different mentality depending where you look. And nice hash doesn't care. The difficulty can be through the roof and not profitable for miners while they continue to mine on nice hash. Nice hash is still making mad money because the buyers are still renting hash rate for stuff. You know, who knows what the price and stuff will be, but they're still renting. So they're making money, even though miners might not be at that point in time. But, you know, it's going to be a very interesting thing. Very curious stuff. And hopefully some of them smaller coins that really need hash rate don't end up getting attacked. Like Neoxa, they're in a very bad place, especially with the merge coming. It doesn't, like, what's their hash rate at right now? And now I'm really worried about Neoxa here right now, because They're hanging out at 104 gigahash. That's like nothing. That's like no, for Kapow and everything, that's no hash rate at all. Realistically, hardly anything. So they're going to be very easily attacked. Now everyone's, we're going to Flux, we're going to Ergo, all this stuff. So meanwhile, a bunch of people going nice hash. It's going to be fairly cheap to attack something like this if it's kind of left underground here, because it won't take much hash rate. Like, we'll go from 104 gigahash, so I guess say 300 400 gigahash will drop it from $7. What am I on here? Oh, I'm on like 837. Hold on, let's go to 1. But like, we double up that hash rate a couple times here. We're got 97 cents. We're down to like 30 40 cents. So obviously people will be moving off that, move to something else. And the little guy down here, he's not going to be able to compete with a lot of these other coins that are paying so much. In terms of paying so much, this is what I mean too. So here's my spreadsheet. I do have a public link. This one's mine, because when I do the public one, I go look on it and all these numbers are just way out to lunch. So this top one here, it automatically updates with the current prices of everything all by itself. You can see the code right here. It imports the data and everything. But look at that. ETC is actually up right now. It's at what, $55 or something? Or that's Canadian. Sorry, I'm used to the Canadian. I don't know what it is in US. What is US is ETC is hanging out at $41. But we look at this, it's up to 710,000. It was only at like 300,000 or 400,000 there last week, 2 weeks ago. So this is seeing nice pumps already, and we're still in a bear market. That's really good to see. But when it comes to something like, where do we have Neoxa in here? Where are you? Neoxa, like, look at that. What is the price of Neoxa right now? I don't have my thing. Anyone know what the price of Neoxa is right now? I don't even know. But we can see down here, we can input some prizes here. So Ethereum Classic. So right now, currently in this bear market, Ethereum is paying us about $25.3 million. That's how much it's paying to its miners right now. I think I got a different screen for this. There we go. So this is how much Ethereum is paying right now. So let's say to get an absolute next go-to coin, like look at Ergo. It needs $2,800 Ergo to be the next go-to. I don't think it's going to hit $2,800 the next bull run. If it did, that would be absolutely amazing. But that still only puts Ergo as profitable as the current bear market. So Michael Flores, thank you very much for becoming a Wolfpack member. Much appreciated. Patrick Cosgrove, thank you again for the $2. I joined the pack but still can't post. What? You can't post? Can't post where? In the chat here? I'm confused. Where are you trying to post? Let me know. Oh wait, if you can't tell me if you can't post. Oh great, what's going on? Did you just subscribe? You've been here for 5 minutes. I don't know what's going on. Well, I'll try to fix that for you and figure out the issue. I'm not sure. Neoxa is 0.00931. Okay, 0.00931. This is supposed to pull. Is it actually pulling? 0.0. Oh, this one's manual. Why is this doing that? Huh. What's the ticker for Neoxa? Let me try to see if this works. Copy. Put this in. What is the Neoxa ticker? Anyone know what the Neoxa ticker is? So I can put this in here and hopefully it'll pull the latest data. Anybody? Anybody at all? I gotta wait a few seconds. I probably got a little bit of a put 1,000 for ETC. Okay, I'll put 1,000 for ETC. Neox. Okay. NEOX. Let's see. Loading. NA. Oh, okay. Can't do it. What's going on there? It doesn't want it. Maybe it's not listed wherever this is pulling from. Cryptocurrencies.cc. All right. So now I got to put in a price. So let's just go 0.000 9497. 9497. Bam. So it's paying us $5,800 currently right now. That's not very much money. How many miners do you think it'll take to soak up that $5,800? Not very many. But okay, we're looking in. You want ETC at $1,000? Okay, let's see what ETC can do at $1,000. Remember, boom, that's 17 million. So $1,000 is still not quite as Ethereum's current bear market. What else do we got here? So where do I have Flux here at 900? So if Flux hits 900, it's a good go-to. But I don't expect any of these prices to hit. Obviously, these are going to come up more. But we're going to need all of these coins. There's a lot more coins than just these out there, but we're gonna need every single coin, hash rate spread across the board, trying to run as efficient as you can to try and maintain, certain numbers. Now, obviously, we're making a crap ton here. Total not from Ethereum, we're sitting at $67 million right now. As long as, actually, what was Ethereum's all-time high in USD? That's a good one to check. Let's see how good the profitability then. So what was USD? What was USD bull run type of thing? I guess I can Google that right quick. Ethereum price. Adjust my screen here to that one. So Ethereum price, I'll just go to CoinDesk, whatever, CoinMarketCap. We'll go all-time high. Now we're not going to pick the peak. We'll come down a little bit here. So we'll go $4,020. We're making some nice bank at that point. $4,020. I'm curious. $4,020. How much was Ethereum paying us at this point in time? So they're paying $54 million at the bull run. So if all these coins hit this in the next bull run, we're good. We're golden. We're bull run mining. We're making a lot of bank. But it's going to take some time. It's going to take a few cycles for these to do that. Can these do that? For sure. These are amazing projects. I just still feel like they're fairly young in their lifespan, but they're doing great things and working together and stuff like that. That's good, but we're a ways from these prices. But that'd be awesome if we hit that price, because that's $67.9 million between these coins just here, where ETH was paying us $54 million. So that's not bad. That's not bad. What if ETC reached 4,020? Yes, let's find out. That would be insane. Because remember, their block reward is slightly higher, but they will have another fifth inning coming in here. So let's see, 4,020. If ETC hits what ETH did, 68.3 million. So it would, in theory, be more profitable than Ethereum was at the same price back then. But it will be about the same. Actually, the fifth inning will drop another 5. So what will it drop to? 2. Yeah, that's probably, it's going to fall down to about 2 ETH again. So it'll pretty much be exactly the same at the next fifth inning. Now, one thing I do want to mention that some of you guys may or may not realize is the Ergo emissions. As you can see up here right now on Ergo, we're getting 34,560 coins per day. But in 3 years, 2025, when that next bull run could hit, Ergo's only paying out 8,640 coins. That's why we need to see such a high price like this in the future, in 3 years from now, because the emission schedule, they are losing, I believe, from July forward until they hit 3 Ergo. Every 3 months, the emissions is dropping 3 Ergo per block reward. And 3 years time, we're going to be down to like 12 Ergo per block, and then it's going to keep going down until Ergo does hit 3 Ergo only, and it's going to remain at 3 Ergo until every coin is minted. So that's kind of how the emission schedule on Ergo is working. So if you caught, why is there 34,000 coins here per day, and down here for last all-time high, next all bull run type of estimations here, we're down to 8,640 coins. So obviously, from now up until then, you're going to be getting a lot more coins a day. Obviously, that's going to change once the merge and everything goes through and hash rate comes in. But just to give you an idea of what's happening with the Ergo chain. We're all here. One thing I also want to point out, Conflux. Do you guys hear about Conflux? That may not be GPU mineable pretty soon. They don't pay that much right now. They're paying a little bit, not too heavy. That's Cortex. Oops, where's Conflux? Up here. But GPUs, okay, don't get me wrong, GPUs will be able to mine Conflux, but it's going to be heavy ASIC. Now, why is it going to be heavy ASIC? It runs on Octopus. I know. I was going to record this video tonight, but you guys are special here for this live stream. I want to fill you in on a little inside thing here where Conflux has an EIP going through. They want to swap algorithms to Ethash. That's right. That means the Jazz miners, the mini Ipollos, will all be able to switch and mine Conflux as well. So that adds another coin to all of these ASIC miners out there that are currently rolling on Ethereum and moving to Ethereum Classic. So that's kind of interesting. They're not paying that much right now, obviously. I don't really trust Conflux too much. If you remember their background story, I was all for it. They're a very profitable coin to mine, more profitable Ethereum than a lot. And they said they would never do a halving or anything within 4 years of release. And then like 3 months later, they came out and did like a 75%er. What do I mean by that? Instead of cutting the rewards in half, they cut them in 3/4. So from 10 down to like, 3, for example, instead of 5. But I don't remember what the exact block reward and stuff were. But they just came out of nowhere and did that and said, oh, the community voted, we did it. So now it sounds like they have they're calling a Conflux, a CIP or whatever it is. But yeah, they sounds like they are moving, or at least going to try to fork to an Ethash algorithm, which would take this in. Now, I did ask what the DAG file will be when they start, if they do that, and they're still not sure. There's still more details to be worked on. So it's going to be interesting to see what they start that DAG file at. Is it going to be like 2 GB? Is it going to be 3 GB, which will allow all those mini ETC Ipollos and everything to mine as well? And speaking of that, because there are other Ethash coins, Ipollo has said that they plan, even on the 3.8 gigabyte memory Ipollos, they plan on adding firmware to mine Ethash algorithm, because there are some other coins other than just Ethereum, obviously, on the Ethash algorithm. And some of them have lower DAGs below 4 gigabytes. So they sound like they may be doing that. And depending on the DAG size, maybe some of those could mine Conflux as well. So there's a little thing for you guys too, if you're unaware about that. But there's another coin that will be heavily ASIC ran once they do that fork. Conflux also is going pretty hard on the POS as well. They're doing a staking thing. So I don't know what their full long term. I don't really know much about that coin, but it does sound like they're going to be forking their algorithm, the Ethash, which is fairly interesting. But they're only currently paying miners 21,000 per day today in this bear market. So that's not that much. Obviously, the best chance we have so far to soak up most of these is Ethereum Classic, but that's going to be ASIC. So it's not going to soak up really any GPUs unless you have like 2 cents power and free power and stuff like that. Other than that, it's going to be heavy ASIC. Raven coins at 140,000. That's not too bad, actually. It's gone up a bit, but you can see just how different, how much of a big impact this is. I really think the end of Ethereum is going to be worse than any winter, even moving into that next bull market, because best case scenario, I'm hoping, this is what I think. I am hoping best case scenario, we are at least as profitable as Ethereum currently is in the bear market in the next bull run. That's like a best case scenario I'm throwing up, but I really don't think that's even going to happen. But we don't know we don't know how much ETC is going to pump. They're getting a lot of investments from those larger people. Luxor is even in on that now, and it's going to be crazy. It's going to be very crazy times ahead. Anyway, back to this. Let's get back to the live chat. So you guys are talking about what's going on. Red Pot's free power. He must have got his nuclear reactor put in. Oh, nuclear of solar. Oh, fully electric. What's going on? What's happening? Welcome. So a little bit about the solar thing. Like, I know it's good to talk about solar, and we could say, get solar, free power, mitigate it, awesome. You don't have to worry. But I don't like to just come out and be like, yo, just get solar or something like that. One, solar is fairly expensive. Two, I'm pretty sure most of the residential miners out there, they don't have the room or the space for it. Solar takes a lot of area to cover if you really want to fully mitigate all your power. And like, that's for me. If I went solar, it's either all in with a whole bunch of expansion to build into. That way I don't have a power bill, because I can't see myself paying for a solar bill as well as paying for a power bill. Learn more at Patrick Cosgrove US. Thank you for the $2. Are you still hanging out there in cat type? Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. Maybe try leaving the stream and coming back. You probably tried that already. I don't know. There's something crazy going on. Can't seem to talk in the chat. Craziness. That sucks. I don't know what's happening for sure. I legitimately have no idea what is happening right now. But I have been looking into solar panels myself, and I really think now might not be the time. Maybe in a year or two would be perfect timing. Now, if we look right now, what are some of the best solar panels that you can get in most places now? Are what, about 480 watts or something? 460, 480. You can also get 320s and 200 and stuff. But the top of the line ones where you need to get the most amount of power for less amount of space, I believe they're around 480. Now, I did see there's a Canadian Solar out there. They're actually up to about 740 watt panels now. Pretty much double of those 480s. that's how the tech is kind of coming. In a couple of years, we may see 1 kilowatt solar panels. That'd be insane. That'd be awesome. That would literally, so say you threw up a 380, you know, you threw up like a 10 kilowatt or a 75 kilowatt or 50 kilowatt, whatever you need for power in solar panels with 400, 300, or 480 watt panels. And now you got 1 kilowatt panels, 1000 watt panels. You literally saved over half the space. That's crazy. So if you use up the same space, you would have doubled it up. So this new tech is coming. There's a lot of new stuff coming out. I really think in a year or two is probably going to be a better time to invest in solar personally for myself. Again, it depends where you live, if you have space for it, and like it just takes up so much room. So keep that in mind too. So that's why I don't like to be like, guy, go out and get solar. Oh, am I good at get solar? Because someone in an apartment obviously can't go and put solar panels on an apartment roof because the landlord might not let them, or the landlord already did that for his own suite or something. That way he can charge everyone else more. I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. Like depending where you live, maybe it's a townhouse, or you know, other people that live in acreages. Obviously, you have a lot more space to do something like that. But you got to really cater to a wide range of audience, not just, you know, a specific thing and say do this, because a lot of people can't do that. Anyway, so every OCTOMINER has 1 solar panel. Nice. Where's the spreadsheet again? Which spreadsheet are you looking for? The one I just had? You want the public one to play with? Here, let me bring it up in a different video here. Or do you want me to put in a coin? There's a lot of pre-owned options. Just have to be thrifty. Here, let me bring up. I'm gonna go in the background here so I don't dock something or whatever. So Google Doc. I don't know what the what it's looking like on this. So Google, what is going on here? No, I don't want that. This one. Engage, yes, that there. Sheets, public. All right, so here's the public GPU coin one. All right, so here's the public one. Now let's see how let's compare it. See if it's all out of whack. So 1883. Oh, people didn't really mess around with it. Oh, there's some weird number in here. Anyway, regardless, this is the public one. You guys can play around, adjust, do whatever you want with this sheet here. I'm gonna throw this in the chat for you guys. You guys can mess around with the sheet all you want. It's really handy because everything, but I urge you guys, like this one's already broken. Oh, no, it's not. Why is it so small? Interesting. Someone must have hit a button. Let's go there. Let's bring it a little larger. Where's my fonts? Here we go. Let's go 14. There we go. Fix that. That's good. But yeah, play around with this. Now, I'd recommend everyone, just so you're nice to each other type of thing, that don't go around messing with the top one. Leave that as is so it stays as current prices. And then adjust the bottom one down here. Then you can play with the price of coins and see how it changes. You can also play right here, like even on the ASICs. This will account everything as well. So let's say there's 80% ASICs on Ethereum right now. That means that GPU income with ASICs taken off, it's only 5 million. The rest, that means all the ASICs are absorbing $20 million worth of Ethereum, and only GPUs are only absorbing 5 million. That really opens up to Ethereum Classic looking a lot better than what it was. But you know, you can play with this all you want. 30% current ASICs. Bam. You know, now GPUs are getting 17.7 million with 30% ASIC. So play around with that. You guys can do whatever you want. Just try not to wreck it too much for other people when they go to adjust it or something, because that is public to all you guys. Yeah, you guys can make your own copy as well. You can do that for sure as well, and that would work. That's why I do keep my normal one here so that nobody messes with all the numbers, so I know it's all where it should be. And then I could just make a new one, I guess, if it gets right messed up. What percentage of ASICs is on ETH right now? Well, originally, let's look at this hash rate here. So originally when this was all, where's the reset button? Reset, I can't find you. All right. It's okay. Oh, reset zoom, there we go. So let's go down to here. So originally when it was like up here in the 1.3 petahash range, I was thinking it was about 30 to 40. It's about, yeah, 30 to 40% most. And I was thinking 70 to 80 is GPU. Now that it has come down more, currently what's left on Ethereum, we're probably seeing a little higher of the ASICs because the GPUs have come off. The ASICs are a lot more efficient. So they're going to remain online longer, right? So I believe this drop and everything is probably GPUs moving somewhere else, or people in like Europe with 40 cents power or something potentially shutting down. So we may be around the 35 to 40% range currently hanging out there on ASICs. But again, I don't know. We're definitely going to have to pay attention to the 5 gigabyte DAG just to see what exactly happens. If my Jazz miner does fall off the network, then I know, okay, hash rate drops. So all the Jazz miners did fall off, or maybe they are still mining at a reduction. So the 17th is definitely going to tell us in terms of Jazz miner type of hash rate, and then whatever 5 gigs are out there. And then once the merge happens, then, you know, we'll get a pretty good idea. But when it comes to Ethereum Classic, what are we hanging out at? Ethereum Classic is 31 terahash. So basing it off like the 1.3 all-time high of the hash rate, and we're guessing about 30 terahash there, that's about 300 to 400 terahash worth of hash rate when we were at the peak of the hash rate in terms of ASICs. So with that being said, if all those ASICs move to ETC, we could see, you know, within the first day, next day, right after the merge here, up to a 300 to 400 terahash on Ethereum Classic, like right now, instantly. So you can see what's going to happen with profitability there. We're at 31 terahash now. 400 terahash is like, I don't know if it's that much for sure. That seems really high, but there's just so much hash rate on Ethereum that kind of makes sense at the same time. But let's just say 400 terahash divided by 31. That is 12 times the hash rate in terms of ASICs that could swamp onto Ethereum Classic. 12 times. So that means we're going to have like a 12 times difficulty increase. Like we looked at things just right now with like say Ravencoin, increasing that difficulty by 5 right now will drop a 12 by 3080 rig. Like where's the 3080s right now? Like we'll just take a quick example here. So we're going to go into Ravencoin here. We've got a 12 by 3080 rig right now at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, hanging out at $18 a day right now. So that's not too bad. We have a little pump happening right now. We're at $18.24 a day after power and profit. Now we're going to adjust this difficulty only 5 times. And, you know, I'll give you an idea of how much hash rate could potentially hit Ravencoin after we only look at 5 times. But we'll see. 36,512. We're going to times that by 5. That's 182,000. So 5 times increase is 182,560. So remember, this is 12 RTX 3080s. That's a pretty expensive rig. After the merge, it'll probably be about a $50 rig. I'm just kidding. That's a joke, guys. Ha ha. No, but anyway, so we're at $18.24 currently right now. 5 times difficulty increase just from a 5 times increase in hash rate. We're down. We're negative $2. $2. We're in the hole. That means we are not making enough coins to pay for the power on 12 3080s on Ravencoin. Negative $2. Remember, we're in a bear market. Price will go up. We didn't look at this, but we're getting 130 coins a day. I believe we're at like what, 6 or 7 before I hit the button. So you can see it went from 600 or 700 coins per day down to only 130 coins. That's with a 5 times difficulty increase. So we're going to get an idea of how much hash rate is probably sitting on this network. So I got a quick thing here. Where is it? Hash rate power. So here's a nice converter right here. It makes everything so simple, really easy to do, and we're gonna get an idea. So we're gonna guess, you know, so we're saying 80% was, you know, we can do 50%. Let's just do 50% of right now. So 925, we'll go 900 terahash. Now this is like a best case scenario, because remember, we thought 80%, I believe it was about 800 to 900 terahash worth of GPUs here, right? So we're gonna go half of 900. 900 divided by 2, that is 450 Ethereum terahash. 450. Okay. So we're going to go to what to mine. 450. So we're going to pick 3080. So I need a calculator actually now. So calculator. So we got 450 terahash, which I actually have to put in here. 450 terahash. Yes. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. So we have 7 zeros in mega hash. So 4, 5 zeros, 4, 5, and then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then a 3080 does like 100 mega hash. So we're going to divide that by 100. That is, what is it?
Shasha puked and now she's eating it.
Ooh, gross. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4.5 million. That's 4.5 million 3080s. So now we're going to come into here. We're going to pick 3080s. We're going to put 4.5 million. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is 400 and 400 blah blah 4.5 million. Now here's our kapow hash rate in mega hash. So we're going to copy this. This is our full, it's converted. What to mine did the conversion of all those GPUs here. So this is how much mega hash is sitting there in terms of GPUs. We go back to our hash power calculator, go to mega hash. That is 177.75 terahash worth of Raven coin hash rate. Let me zoom in that so you guys can see that. So there's our hash rate that we pulled out of what to mine in terms of those GPUs. 177 terahash. How much hash rate does Kapow have? 2.93. 2.93. Let this run in your head for a minute. So we have 177 terahash divided by 2.13. That is 83 times the hash rate. I showed you you're in the negative with only a 5 times hash rate increase, with a 5 times difficulty increase. We have over 83 times set to hit. Now, obviously, all the hash rate is not going to run into Ravencoin. It's going to spread out through all these algorithms and move around. But you look at all these coins, like you turn that to so that's 73. Now, I did the numbers a long time ago. Flux is like 200 times the hash rate, and it's insane. It's absolutely insane. There's so much hash rate on Ethereum that a lot of people don't really realize, and it doesn't take much. These coins altogether doesn't even add up to a quarter of all the hash rate that Ethereum has. So where is all that hash rate going to go? And that's where this comes in. Who's paying miners the most? Nobody. Nobody's paying any miners anything at this point in time compared to what Ethereum does pay everybody. So this is just a little speculation to put things into perspective. Now, we do hope coins pump. We do hope something comes out, but hopefully this brings a little bit of an idea on the scale of what's kind of coming in the future. So yeah, any questions? You've entered Rabid class. I'm starting to get depressed now. Well, I'm sorry, but there's so many people that just think, you know what, we're gonna be okay. There's a lot of people that ask me questions and DM me and stuff, and they just go to what to mine and say, but I don't understand, like, what to mine. Like, people are legitly going like this right now. They come in here. Obviously, I wish I had that many GPUs, but I don't. 13080. Come to what to mine, and you go, oh well, 212. Next one. Oh well, look, I'm getting $1.63 here. That's no big deal. Ethereum can leave. This isn't hurting me at all. But no one realizes the effects of all this hash rate has to go between this. That's why I have been saying for a little while now, it's really going to come down to cheap power. It's going to come down to efficiency. A2000s, 6600 XTs versus 3080s. Those smaller cards are going to be a better option. You know, the 3070s, they're awesome. But the hash rate has to go somewhere. So we're going to need 60 to 70% of miners to literally quit. That's what's probably going to happen, because we're not going to, like, we went through the numbers. I don't see any of those go-to coin numbers going to hit in the next bull run. Could it happen? That'd be absolutely amazing, but I don't think it's going to. So best case scenario is all the hash rate on Ethereum quit, and then we can have these numbers. That's the best case scenario. Is everybody that mines Ethereum right now will never mine another coin once it's gone. They're just going to burn their GPUs. That's probably the top best case scenario. Was that going to be happen? Highly unlikely. So yeah, we can't look at what to mine today and think this is what it's going to play. You know, I think the short of it is some people will have to stop mining after the merge. That's the very short version. 100%. There's going to be, you're going to have to quit. I'm all prepared. I'm mentally ready to shut my GPUs off. Obviously, we're going to be testing coins, going around the background. Now, there's a couple strategies here. Now, remember, we're all talking about these coins, ETC, Ravencoin, Ergo, Flux. You know, everyone's going to be fighting over these. So maybe try coming down here and mining something down here. And hopefully, you know, before the time people find it, you might have been able to scoop up some profits or something. Same thing. There's a lot of no-name coins out there. That Zerk pool utilized a whole bunch of no-name coins. The next coin that may be making you the most might not even be on what to mine. So it's really going to be a crazy cowboy thing. It's going to be a lot of fun bouncing around, testing, checking stuff, but things are changing, and hopefully we do get something to explode. If something explodes, then we're all saved. But that's just my pretty run. That's a quick version. Obviously, over time, things will change. Miners will come out, miners will come in. Next bull run, there might not be as many miners coming back in from leaving because of all this, so it won't look as profitable. So then we may maintain and gain some profitability. So there's a whole bunch of other angles and aspects that we cannot predict in any way. And, something could happen, and, something could explode, and we could all be back to driving Lambos. Even solar panels convert less than half the energy reduced to them. There's no one paying money to keep the sun shining. Oh, that's another thing. You need like 3 times, like especially myself. I live in Alberta. I'm in Canada. In the winter time, if you're not clearing the snow off solar panels, which I don't have any yet, but we're only getting light for like 6 to 7 hours a day. So you need a massive amount of solar panels to be able to charge all the batteries, to be able to have the capacity to run for the other 14, 15 hours where there is no sun. So it's crazy. Solar is best if you're in the desert, I guess. But yeah, it's very interesting how it works. I agree. NiceHash will survive the merge and be best option for me. I like to trade my earnings. Some people will definitely say on NiceHash. Now, just be mindful, kind of look at the hash rate on NiceHash. Make sure there isn't some super crazy high number, because again, I'm really worried that some of these smaller coins, like I don't want to see Neoxa here get attacked again, but it's very likely that it probably will. And if something gets attacked enough, Furo went through this massively. They almost got delisted from exchanges. So what happens if now Neoxa here gets delisted, and then what if Ravencoin gets delisted? I believe Ravencoin devs are trying to get everyone and their mothers, even their dog, to start making nodes, get as many nodes as possible, because they're scared. There's probably going to be a way. Ravencoin has high potential to potentially be attacked. I don't know how many nodes are online on it, but it could happen. And result of it is because too many people think NiceHash will just be nice and easy. I'll move to that, and then you could be involved in attack. I was involved in a couple of those ETC attacks. I was mining on a 2060 one day, just checking it out, playing around, say, I'm gonna try some NiceHash today. And I went from like $1.20 to like $3.20 per 24 hours, making mad bank on a 2060 KO. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? It's mining Dagger Hashimoto. This is awesome, insane. And then next thing you know, and this was like when ETH was like $200 or $300 or something, right? So it was like 2018, 19 or something. I can't remember the date. And then all of a sudden I found out a couple days later, ETC just got hacked. I was involved in that hack. And at the time, I didn't really realize what was going on. I just saw me making bank. And that's what happened. I attacked ETC. And now a result of it was all those increased confirmations and everything. So I spoke to a few people. They said they've been on NiceHash for like 7 years. So they were part of ETC attacks. They were probably part of the Neoxa attack. And I was like, so how do you feel about attacking these coins? What if those coins aren't there after X amount of attacks? Because that could be a possibility. What if Ravencoin gets attacked so much that it gets delisted? That coin is useless if you can't sell it. So these are other things to keep in mind. Keep an eye on hash rates. I know it shouldn't be our job to really do that. NiceHash should be doing that, but NiceHash doesn't care. They just care about money, and there's going to be renters and buyers of NiceHash hash rate, and they're just going to be making bank. As long as they're making money, they don't care what happens. That's just me. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Flux went up a little, 75 cents. I purchased 40K Flux at 39, so close to times 2. Right, I'm tempted to sell 50%, get back my initial investment, but then I'll have to take down my newest node. That's awesome, great. No, these prices, no, they're great. A lot of you day traders out there and people that follow markets, they're doing really good here. But we definitely, as on a miner aspect of all this, we need huge gains. We need massive gains for these things to be profitable at that point. But a lot of miners will quit, so we don't know that number. We really have to wait to see how this plays out. Obviously, all the hardware will be going up for sale. Now, one thing we do have to keep in mind, though, there is a pretty big conflict going on kind of between China and Taiwan. We all know this. We all kind of seen the news. What's going on in the background, we have zero clue about because we don't get to see or hear anything that's really going on. You guys know what I'm talking about. But say if China does decide to invade Taiwan, that's going to have major issues for everything electronical. They are the largest manufacturer of all these semiconductors. Forget the shortage before in COVID. This will be way worse. There will be none. The buildings could be blowing up. We have no idea. I know the US is working on a building and other places around the world to make their own. But until any of that happens, it's going to take like, 4 years to build those buildings. So they're nowhere near heavy production yet. So if something happens there, GPU prices, we're going to see a couple gens skipped because no one's going to be able to get parts. We're going to see CPUs. Everything's going to be scalped. So GPU prices could start skyrocketing yet again because there's no new hardware coming in. Everything is through the roof because they can't be made. So we really got to kind of pay attention to that angle too. So you may still be able to ROI sell GPUs after ETH because GPU just went times 10 because they're not being made. They pretty much became extinct, at least until whatever happens flows out. So that's going to be a very interesting side spec too, in terms of things. Keep an eye on what's happening there, but there's crazy stuff going on in the world. Yeah, that's a one good point. Mine some 10. Yeah, GPU prices, CPU prices, motherboard prices, keyboard prices, cell phone prices, electric car prices, definitely going to be the last of our worries when, stuff like that starts happening. It's going to be crazy. It's definitely going to be insane. I think I'm going to start building my mining bunker and figure out how to get pure black solar panels. The mining bunker. Yeah, that won't matter either because we won't have internet. Everything will be blowing up. EMP'd. There'll be no electronics anywhere. Craziness. Okay, anyway, about that. Good tin foil. Let's go. Let's merge all that. Oh, there's ABMS production. Let's go. Let's merge. He's all in, ready to roll. Beer prices need to homebrew. Back to the mountains. Yeah. Well, that's what it says. When everything breaks loose and goes absolutely crazy, allegedly, that's where everyone's supposed to flee to is the mountains. But some of you may or may not know what I'm talking about. Build a Faraday cage on your farm. Eat sugar and water. End of the world. Craziness. Okay, guys. It is 7:32. So I believe Hobbyist Miner is going live. Let me just check. We'll point you guys in his direction. It says I'm live. All right, here's Hobbyist. Copy. Close. All right, so I do appreciate everyone for showing up. Head on over, check out Hobbyist Miner, guys. He is live right now, like 2. So Rabid raid on Hobbyist Miner. Thank you everyone for coming out, and I will see you guys all on the next. Rabid out.